Think of society as a box. Now I want you to think of a 2-year-old girl. Her life is full of curiosity. Her imagination allows her to create beautiful worlds right in her bedroom. For the time being, she is free and she is limitless. Her days are timeless and full of love and joy. She is pure and uncorrupted by the pangs of society. Now imagine the top of her head opening up, and one by one, her parents, relatives, and neighbors start putting their ideas, opinions, and prejudice inside her empty head. As time goes on, this little girl will have more and more people put their views into her head. She starts to believe certain things and oppose other things. She starts to judge particular groups of people because that is what her parents do. And after a while, this little girl starts to give up her hopes and dreams. After all, settling is the safer option. This little girl thinks every day, however she never truly thinks for herself. As time goes on, she begins to classify herself into a section of society, a section of the box. She goes through life and is never aware that the box she is in even exists. Her ignorance, however, keeps her trapped by the dimensions of the box. She can't escape it because she isn't aware of it. However, the fault is not solely on her. The fault falls on society itself. A lion raised by sheep will live its whole life believing it is a sheep. We tend to take on the characteristics of the world we grow up in. We are born lacking the ability to question the world around us, just like the generations that have come before. The most corrupt leaders in the world use society's interconnected thinking processes to manipulate the public eye to see only what they want you to see. Gavin Nascimento portrays this perfectly in his quote, "If a man is born ignorant, to parents that are ignorant, in a society that is ignorant, lives a life of ignorance, and eventually dies in ignorance, ignorance is the norm. Thus indoctrination can be called education. Hypnotism can be called entertainment. Criminals can be called leaders, and lies can be called truth, because his mind was never truly his own." Now you can see this clearly in our education system today. When I ask my peers what they have learned in school, the vast majority of them say they have learned nothing. I remember one of the first questions I asked in school was, when am I going to use this in real life? Deep inside, something about school never felt right. Now it is obvious to me. School forces children to think in a straight line. It teaches them how to be a cog in the economic system, emphasizing a mechanical way of thinking, and thus innovation, imagination, and creativeness are stripped away and replaced with stress and anxiety. It teaches children their place in the box, but warns them to never venture outside of it. We go through life, and we don't realize that each day has become more routine than the last. Our days used to be fun and spontaneous. Now they are dull and predictable. Why do we settle for complacency? Why are we so afraid to chase our dreams and live a fulfilling life? We have been blindly born into the society and forget to ask any questions. You owe it to yourself to ask questions, because when the world condemned your dreams and stole your imagination, you were too young to ask why. You were once that little girl or that little boy whose life was filled with joy and wonder, but over time society gradually placed you into a box. But now it is you who allows the box to thrive. You are both the prison and the key to the cell door. Ask yourself, what are some things that society does? And what are the true reasons why I also do them? By becoming aware of the prison that you have created for your mind, the prison gradually begins to dissipate, and your true limitless nature begins to reveal itself. We have forgotten what it is like to be full of joy and wonder in each moment of life. We forget that happiness is our birthright. It doesn't come as a result of a good grade on a test or a like on your Instagram page. It isn't something that is given to you, because it is something that has been with you all along. Embrace your authenticity and stand out from the crowd. In a world full of conformists, recognizing who you truly are will propel you to great heights. You are that little girl, that little boy. But now the next path you take is your choice.